Where do I start? You see, I don't care if this video gets 1 view, 21 views, or 1,000. Whoever hears this video is about to hear the truth. And we're terrible. The Sixers are literally awful. And it's getting to the point where I don't know what to say. Yes, the obvious is still out there. We do not have Joel Embiid. Yes. But we've been without Joel Embiid for the past 3 weeks now. And I'm not saying we're going to be a great team, but some of these losses are just completely inexcusable. These are NBA rotational guys who can't make simple basketball plays. And it's getting to the point where we might not even be in the play-in. That first round pick, who's in this draft? I might start looking up the lottery because that's where we might be if we're not careful. And I'm not a guy who blames Daryl Morey. I believe as a whole he's done a pretty solid job. But I've got to put some of this on him. For the pure reason being that you knew Joel was going to be out for a significant period of time. Buddy Hield was a good addition, but he's more of a guy who you want playing off of Joel for him to be at his best, even though he's been great as well for the most part whilst he's been here. But you knew if you wanted to survive, you needed to do something else. Again, I'm not a guy who likes slandering players for no reason. I'm not going to sit here and slander Tobias Harris for no reason. But his level of play has been absolutely unacceptable. We all know you're overpaid at $40 million a year. We all know that. And we've said it for the past 5 fucking years. The issue is that you can't step up or even be aggressive. My issue with Tobias is not if he's missing. It's the manner in which he plays. Why are you on the court with Kyle Lowry, Buddy Hield, campaign, and you're still playing like a fucking third option? Demand the ball and make something happen. That's what I don't understand. Tobias is so timid. He plays so soft sometimes. And I know Tobias has the ability. It just pisses me off that he doesn't decide to call his own number sometimes. Poor Tyrese has to drive inside and take a layup over 100,000 players because no one else is going to do anything. I always have respect for Kelly Oubre because even though Kelly might not be able to hit the fucking side of a barn, he's a guy who's always aggressive. Might not be pretty, might be ugly a lot of the time, but he's at least trying. Tobias Harris's lack of aggression is really starting to annoy me. And if this team is serious about making the playoffs, then they need to step it up and change something. Yes, cool, we're playing difficult teams, but that is not an excuse for the level of effort I saw and the poor defense I saw. Daryl Morey knew that, cool, Paul Reed is a solid backup center, right? However, the issue was going to be that with Joel out, Paul Reed has to play extended minutes. When Paul Reed plays extended minutes, he gets exposed. He can't stay out of foul trouble, and he's not good enough offensively to be on the floor for like 30 minutes. Cool, he's had games where he's had solid 15 and 15 games, but as a whole, when you're watching Paul Reed play, he's a guy who should be limited to maximum 20 minutes a game. You should have done anything in your power to get Andre Drummond. Like, I kid you not, when Drummond was here, Drummond was a great backup big. When Joel had to miss games, Drummond was a really good person to fill in that starting void because he'll have a fucking 12 points and 20 rebound game. Even if come postseason time, you wanted to go back to playing Paul Reed as your backup 5 and even Drummond's out of the rotation, as Joel was going to be out for a long period of time, you know Drummond can do a good job in the starting 5 role as he's done before in this city, so you know what he's capable of. You should have done everything in your power to ensure that deal with the Bulls was done. Because you're seeing how much we lack a big presence. Paul Reed is not, he's 6'9" and weighs about fucking 180 pounds, 200 pounds at best. The guy's not a real 5. Mo Bamba's fucking useless. So not only are we missing serious offensive play because Joel's out, we don't have a defensive anchor. And cool, the James Harden trade was cool, but you got a bunch of role players who are great feeding off of Joel. We knew Joel was not going to be there, so what adjustments did we make, adding personnel that would help us survive during this period of time, or at least be somewhat afloat? We didn't do enough. We did nothing. Hence why I'm watching this shit now. And I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to expect. Watching this game today, when you see fucking Thanasis and Danilo Gallinari on the court, I didn't even know Gallinari was still in the NBA. Apparently got picked up by the Bucks like last week. When you see people like that on the court in 2024, you know you're getting blown out. And in our scenario, we're not the team blowing out. Well, that sounds crazy. But we're the team getting blown out. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't make it weird. So it's just like, wow. Cool, Nick Nurse is a great coach. I'll never have anything bad to say about Nick as a whole. But this roster is just not good enough. It's not. And you're hearing conflicting reports like with Joel's injury, you're hearing guys say, reevaluated after X amount of weeks. Joel was in training the other day or last week, blah, blah, blah. But specialists are saying with Joel's injuries, looking at 4 to 6 months. No one fucking knows because this team can't report injuries properly. We've been known this for years. But my point is that if the Sixers know Joel's not going to come back, tell us. Because my only logical approach to what they did at the deadline, even though Lowry was a nice addition literally last week, is do they know Joel's not coming back? So you're keeping the current roster so at least we get, I don't know, a decent lottery pick next year so we can flip it. But if that's the idea, why don't you tell the fans Joel's not coming back? They're not doing this because fans will not come to the stadium. They won't come to the arena because they know we won't be winning games. And that should not be your mindset when Joel is 30 or 31 years old. That's the only thing I can justify because you knew Joel was going to be out and he did fuck all. So what more are you possibly thinking by adding just Buddy Hield? And Cameron Payne. That doesn't do anything. I don't know if Joel's going to come back, but I need to remember, Joel's going to come back with lack of basketball conditioning. Let's say he comes back April. Lack of basketball conditioning and still relatively on one knee. Do they expect this guy to save us completely on one leg when we might probably be in the play-in tournament? That is the most stupid plan of all time if that's the plan. And it's just ridiculous how you don't prepare. Yes, it's not ideal that your best player is out. And if your best player is out, you likely don't stand a chance. But in this scenario here, you knew you just had to stay afloat during the period of time Joel was going to be out. So make an addition that can do that. I already said before the deadline, am I the biggest DeMar DeRozan fan on this team? No. But what could DeMar DeRozan do? DeMar DeRozan can be the guy in the regular season who can get you 20 to 26 a night, who can keep you afloat until Joel gets back, who's expiring next year. So cool, when Joel gets back, the fit night might not be amazing, but you can figure it out. But now, when Joel gets back, guess what, guys? We might not even fucking be in the playoffs. We might not be. So you've done nothing, which could consequently affect this team even worse. Or even more, sorry. So I don't really know what else to say. That's a bit of a rant, but it's just frustrating. Like, watching this team every night just get absolutely battered. I don't really care if they won against the Cleveland Cavaliers the other night. I really do not care. And I do understand Joel is out, like I've said a million times for you guys who are going to spam in the comment section, but it's just annoying. This team is not good. The team is not even given effort. The team cannot make wide open shots. The team looks lost on both ends of the floor. And it's just not a nice sight to see. But let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. As you can tell by my voice, I'm very depleted. I'm very down. All my energy is gone. I have nothing else to say about this stupid team. At least the game was early so we can enjoy the rest of our afternoons and evenings. That's the only flipping positive. But thank you guys so much for listening. And let me know what videos you guys want to see next. And I'm out. I can't even speak English. And I'm out. Peace.